the Quad leaders would often say, and Quad officials in general would say, that the grouping wasn't designed to be against any country. It came together in terms of a more positive agenda, which is to maintain the rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific. So countries would respect international rules, laws, and norms that had been stitched together and had kept the peace in Asia for a number of years. Where China fit in is that while the Quad was very particular that they would say this is not about China, to put it bluntly, if China wasn't acting assertively and challenging the rules in the region, whether that was through a China-India border crisis where China tried to take over territory that was disputed between the two countries, or where it was trying to establish facts on the ground, so unilaterally establish its claims that were contested by other Southeast Asian countries in the South China Sea, whether it was using economic coercion to try to force, for example, Australia to change its foreign policy or change certain actions or punish it for certain actions it had taken by withholding or by having bans on Australian exports to China, certain kind of exports to China. And what you saw is that these four countries saw, if these things weren't happening, if the four Quad countries saw as these Chinese challenges to the rules-based order weren't happening, you would not necessarily see the reason for the Quad to exist. So while it is true the Quad isn't about China solely, the countries have put forth a positive agenda and are trying to implement a positive agenda, including by building capacity, security capacity, economic capacity, governance capacity in the region, including amongst countries that are not part of the Quad, including helping them themselves develop the ability to deal with challenges, for example, in the South China Sea or in their waters, or, for example, giving them the ability to resist coercion from external actors.